All right, hey VC, I'm Jamie. Welcome back. We are back with another video, and yes, back with another unboxing. I've got a few things to unbox or unwrap in this edition, including the one that's in this one, very unceremoniously put in this bag, because it's certainly an anticipated box set. And of course, we have David Bowie, and this is "I Can't Give Everything Away," 2002 to 2016. Now, this is reportedly the last box in the series, unless they decide to put a box set of some of the posthumous releases, which I wouldn't be surprised. So there's the sleeve that's on the back there, and this is in keeping with all of the other releases. But yeah, "I Can't Give Everything Away," 2002 to 2016. So these are the albums that are included there. I think you can see, including a Heathen, Montreux Jazz Festival, Reality Tour, Next Day EP, and then Black Star, No Plan EP, and Recall 6, which of course has a whole bunch of the bonus stuff. Okay. And there you go. So let's open it up and take a look inside. And I think these box sets have been really nifty. I've felt no need to pick up the vinyl box sets of these. Pretty pricey generally. One or two of them. I think the last one you can get at a fairly decent price, but boy, some of these, like even this one, is pretty pricey. And I'm not sure if this comes off the back or not. No, I guess it's stuck right on. Yeah, well, it is stuck right on there. Okay. There you have, and very, very tiny printing on this particular one. But I do like these kind of hard slip cases here. And so we've got the final, generally the final releases during his lifetime. And these have been very well annotated sets. And so we've got the nice hardbound book inside. We'll take a look at that. But we've got these in any of the right order here. Yeah, here we go. So Heathen, and yeah, no, doesn't open up that particular one, but very nice inside. Nice little booklet inside too. Firmly in the, pretty much in the CD era, and always very nice to have the CDs in little sleeves. I think is just a very nice touch. And then we've got that in there. So you have that, and which is kind of nice sort of inner sleeve. And if you chose, you could just do that and put that nicely in there if you're choosing. So there is Heathen, and it's got a nice sort of wider spine like that. It's not just a you know, it's a very thin cardboard, but very nice like that. Okay, let's move along. We've got David Bowie Montreux Jazz Festival. Looking forward to this. So this is a double disc set. Sorry, the printing is very tiny, but which is the downside. But nope, not gatefold. I keep hoping for a gatefold here, but we have, again, very nice. We have them also in these sleeves and these sleeves. So maybe we'll just do that here. We'll just pop this one in here. Not sure if I've got the right one or not. CD1 and CD2, yep. So there's that. And then that. Hopefully you can see that a little bit better. And then quite simply like that. And then we've got okay, and that. So again, of your choosing. They all fit in quite nicely like that. So we'll carry on with that. Okay, and moving right along. Reality. And including with the booklet as well. And then we have that, and then simply a straightforward sort of sleeve. But a nice touch with these CDs. I think that's quite nice. And of course the booklet that's included. Very nice. Okay. And then we have the Reality Tour, which I do own previously. This is really terrific. really a nice double CD set, and that looks pretty much like the previously released version. So again, if you're picking up the vinyl version, it'd be quite nice to have that on vinyl. But yeah, this is quite good, well worth checking out. It's slightly different with these sleeves in here, because that wasn't, I think they just stuck the CDs in. I don't recall anything like this. So this is new to this set, which is kind of nice. Yeah, I'm almost positive my version doesn't have these nifty little sleeves or anything like that. So that's kind of nice for this. And then, which gives you some great extra photos there. Very nice. Okay, there's that. And then we've got the next day. And I know it's very, artistic on the old Heroes cover. I've never been fond of this cover. But, to each his own. I mean, I get what's... Okay. We've got the booklet, or the sort of, not sort of booklet, but it's almost like a little mini poster. Inside like that. And the tiniest printing possible. Yeah, I would say that's the only downside of these CDs and everything like that. It is the tiniest printing. Okay, and this one doesn't have... yeah, this one does not appear to have any sort of extra sleeve or anything like that. It has a nice little plastic sleeve on the disc, but this one doesn't appear to have sort of paper sleeve, if you will. Interesting. Okay, and then we move on to the EP. And yeah, this one has a one like that and like that. Like that. Hopefully I'm not missing one on the next day. I haven't really checked out any of the unboxings of this box set. I will have to take a look and see if I'm actually missing the sleeve for that. Who knows? Okay. Yes. Yeah, what a career. We've got the booklet here. That. And then we've got this in here. And with this, there's no, there doesn't appear to be any sort of inner sleeve or paper sleeve. Simply the CD like this. So there you go. Okay, there's that. And then we have and the Black Star EP. No Plan EP, I guess is what they're calling it. And this one, again, does have a paper inner sleeve. I think that was from one of the final photo sessions, as I recall, for David Bowie. And then, yeah, this has a paper sleeve for this one. Interesting that whether they decide to include a paper sleeve or where they don't for this set. And last but not least, the amazing sort of Recall series. So this is Recall 6, I believe. And lots of stuff in here. So this is a 3-disc set. There you go. And that's what's available on here. These are always really interesting. So I'll just pop that in there like that. And like that. Yeah, they all fit in these sleeves quite nicely, which is Kind of nice. And there you have that. Okay. And then these all slip back in here like that. Very nice indeed. And then we've got the hardbound, quite thick book for this on the last one. Let's take a look inside as best we can here. There's going to be lots of great photos and, of course, spotlights on the album, all the track listings, all the everything that you need. But again, I really do think that this has been just a simply outstanding series for this reissue of the albums with lots of extra goodies. Very well done. Extra little goodies in there. Oh, lots of photos again I haven't seen. Again, very nice glossy paper. Lots of essays, words, and pictures. But yeah, this reality tour album is quite good. I really enjoy it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get the artistic thing going on here. I don't know. It's like messing with the old covers, but that's just me. Although I remember when the Toy album came out, and I really liked that album. I love the cover version sort of his early stuff, or re-recording his early stuff, but that cover on Toy is something else. It's a little... Oh, very nice. Some sketches as well. And again, for these nice CD box sets, slipcase, these have been well done. I don't know how many more photos we got, or if it's a lot more of the, just kind of, a lot more sketches too, which is kind of cool. Then just spotlighting Recall. There's not too much left of this one. Then just a spotlight on all the albums that are included. And albums are sort of through that time. That Bowie's either part of. And just a whole bunch of credits here at the end. There you go. Huh. Nice photos at the end there. Everything has changed. Indeed. So there you go. David Bowie, I Can't Give Everything Away, 2002 to 2016. That does wrap up the catalog, whether they'll continue with any posthumous releases or, you know, focusing on more live stuff. But that brings a wrap to that. Pretty amazing. Of course, 5 years, 1969 to 1973. And then Who Can I Be Now, 1974 to 1976. I know I'm reading these on the back. Hopefully I'm showing these. Okay, this is David Bowie, A New Career in a New Town, 1977 and 1982. David Bowie, Loving the Alien, 1983 to 1988. And then just before this release, David Bowie, Brilliant Adventure, 1992 to 2001. And there you have it. So that is the latest and technically the last one in the series. But you never know. There could be more releases down the line. Okay, I've just got two more things to sort of seal to revealed, if you will. These aren't quite big box sets. But I picked up the Roger Waters Live album. This Is Not a Drill, Roger Waters Live from Prague. And the hype sticker on the cover here says, a powerful powerful night standing up for love, mourning injustice, and demanding human rights. And of course, it's a 2-disc set that is a very liberal helping of Pink Floyd songs, as well as Roger Waters' solo stuff. So we'll take a quick look inside. We'll get the shrink off. And an album I didn't really feel the need to get on vinyl. And I'm sure it's very, very nice on vinyl. But this one I have not yet heard. I think I've heard bits and pieces of it, as I'm having a fun time getting this open. Here we go. Okay. Get this open here. Apologies for the delay. Get that shrink off here. And it's all the titles are written in red here, so it's kind of hard to see. I don't know if you can see that. Like that and like that. And then these, yeah, no little extra sleeves in here. They just kind of fit inside, tightly inside here. So this is, yeah, 2 discs. They released the Blu-ray separately from this. Many times they have either 2 CD or 2 CD and Blu-ray, but they've, I believe for this, have released the Blu-ray separately. And so in the third pocket, we've got the booklet. Oh, okay. My gosh. I don't know. Very nice. But then that's on the back. Look at that. That's not very nice. Wow. I don't know. That is not in the best of shape, shall we say. So you don't usually have very many problems with these, but I'm a little surprised that that booklet's been jammed in there like that. That's Run Like Hell. And, and do we have all the words? Yes, of course, it's Roger Waters, so we got all the words included. And that, and like that, and then this very crinkled back page. So, that is not very nice. Surprised about that. Okay, let's put that over here. So there's Roger Waters, damaged goods, shall we say. And I also picked up Steve Hackett. This is The Lamb Stands Up, live at the Royal Albert Hall. This is a special edition 2 CD Blu-ray digipack and slipcase. A stunning document of his show at the legendary Royal Albert Hall, featuring guests including Steve Rothery, Ray Wilson, formerly of Genesis, and Amanda Lehman, and John Hackett, Steve Hackett's brother. I did get a chance to stream this online. I listened to it before I picked up the CD, and overall enjoyed it. Of course, it's called The Lamb Stands Up, as opposed to The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. So he is spotlighting The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. However, it's not the whole album, which I was a little surprised about. And of course, there's a generous helping of Steve Hackett's songs, which I was kind of expecting, which he seems to be doing lately. But on this one, it's really only the highlights of Lamb, and then he wraps it up with Dancing in the Moonlit Night, the cinema show, Isle of Plenty, The Fifth of Firth, and Los Endos, which we've had several times. So I'm a little surprised that he wouldn't have just done the whole Lamb Lies Down. So this is the, again, this is the Blu-ray and the CD and CD1 and CD2. And that's sort of the listing that they give for the Blu-ray. So a lot of the highlights from Lamb Lies Down, but they don't even do In the Cage on this. They do Lamb Lies Down, Fly in a Windshield, Broadway Melody. What else have we got here? Hairless Heart, Carpet Crawlers, the Chamber of 32 Doors, Lily White Lift, Lamia, and It, and that's it from that's it from The Lamb Lies Down. So I'm maybe that's a little disappointing. And there's the slipcase. And then it just opens up like this, and there's no booklet, as I recall, with this as well. At least no booklet to get jammed in like that, but all the credits, all the information here on the CDs. I'll take the CDs and the Blu-ray out so we can see back behind here. Oops. Okay. Oops. They're in there very securely. There's that. And I do like it when they have CD 1, 2, and then the Blu-ray. For some reason, I don't like it when it's the Blu-ray and then CD 1 and 2. I don't know why. I think I like to give props to the audio first. So that's what they've done here. CD 1, CD 2, and then the Blu-ray. And then the Blu-ray just like that, and no special. But then there's nice photos behind there. There you have it. But overall, I mean, it's really good. Royal Albert Hall, especially with the guest stars, once again. Very cool having Ray Wilson back again, formerly of Genesis, and very cool. He's working with Steve Hackett on stuff like this. You know, the band sounds great. I'm just surprised it's not the whole Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. So there you have it. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that Roger Waters booklet. We shall see. So there you go. It's always a surprise. You never know what you're going to get in an unboxing. There you go. Well, thanks so much for dropping by. We'll chat again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.